Reasons and Evidence, the basics of supporting your claim. I'm Dr. Rick Merritt. Just to note, future presentations will have more detail on reasons and reasoning as well as different types of evidence. This session is designed to give you the basics about reasons and evidence. In our last session, we discussed claims. Once we have a claim, we must be able to convince our audience that our argument is valid. We can't just go on a rant and expect our audience to buy into our position. Although this seems to be the most common type of argument, very few people are convinced to support a cause based on a rant. In other words, because I said so, that's why, is not a valid argument. Thus, there must be more than a stream of consciousness approach to arguing. Arguing is more than just making claims. To help an audience buy into an argument, we must provide valid reasons and evidence to support those reasons. Let's use an example. We are going to claim that we must increase spending on our transportation infrastructure. To get the audience to agree with this claim, we would need to support this position with reasons and evidence. In this example, we will provide 3 reasons and evidence for each reason. Our first reason is the current transportation infrastructure is stressed to the maximum. This stress wastes not only time, but also money. According to the American Society of Engineers, 42% of America's major urban highways remain congested, costing the economy an estimated $101 billion in wasted time and fuel annually. Their 2013 report gave roads a D rating. According to the Center on Budget and Public Priorities, our 2013 to 2020 budget for roads, bridges, and transit has a gap of $1.7 trillion. The second reason to support the claim our transportation infrastructure is vastly overlooked in the federal budget. The federal government spends a mere 2% of its budget on infrastructure. As seen in this chart from the Office of Management and Budget, Defense, Social Security, and Medicare programs take up 60% of the budget. The final reason to support the claim is the nation's infrastructure is crucial to continued economic vitality. The American Society for Civil Engineers Economic Report on Surface Transportation, released in July 2011, found that our deteriorating infrastructure will cost Americans more than 876,000 jobs and suppress the growth of our GDP by $897 billion by the year 2020. Thus, looking at these reasons and evidence, it's easy to see we must increase spending on our transportation infrastructure. When you are developing an argument, it is imperative that you have reasons to support your argument and evidence to back up the reasons. By failing to include both of these integral parts of an argument, you are essentially telling your audience to buy into your argument because you said so, that's why. Also remember to include the sources of your argument and sources in the presentation, or your audience will think you either did all the research or just made stuff up. The latter is much more likely than the former. Before we go, I must tell you that just because you put together a strong argument, there will be reasons not to support your claim. Just a couple of reasons not to support this claim are that taxes are already too high and that state and local governments can pitch in as well. We will discuss rebuttals and counter-arguments later. That's a quick look at the use of reasons and evidence to support your claim. In future lessons, we will take a more detailed look at reasons and reasoning, as well as types of evidence you can present in your arguments. Till then, this is Dr. Rick Merritt, signing off.